Hey, how's it going, guys? This is KNasty3890 here with another Oakland A's franchise video. This is episode 7. Last video we ended up with talking about trading Manny Machado. As you can see right now, we're 51 and 51. We are almost at the trade deadline. We're about the day before it, and I've been thinking about it. I've been seeing what you guys say. I think we should trade him. I mean, I'll show you what we need based off rankings. So let's look at runs. I think if we're going to trade him, we need to trade him for offense. I know there's a trade we can get Urias from the Dodgers, but I went by the A's already. We are 18th in runs. But if we go to like ERA, we're not that bad. 15th, which is average. So we need to hit. And if we trade Machado, I mean, offensively, he has 9 home runs and 241 on base of 330, 363 slugging. He's not slugging. So we need that bat. So I think we should trade him for a bat. So we're going to go into the trade. We're going to just manually find a bat. So let's take a look at our lineup and see where we need to upgrade. Definitely third base would be an option. Second base is fine. Center field, I think, is fine. Shortstop, it's that young guy. He's more defense. Catcher, we have that prospect. Meadows is hitting okay enough for a 22-year-old. I think he'll get better. Conforto's hitting a lot better this year. So I think it's third base. So we can find third base, maybe like another outfielder, because Braun is getting kind of up there in age. But let's try to get a third baseman. Maybe get a third baseman who maybe doesn't have as much talent as Machado, but maybe get a prospect as well. So let's go look through some third basemen. Now there's Matt Carpenter, but I don't want to trade him for a 34-year-old. Let's see. Chris Bryant. Could we get Chris Bryant? He's in now last year he hit 41 dingers. The year before 46. This year he has 19, but he's hitting 278. Straight up, we can do it. Now, he is locked up to a deal, $18 million for the next 6 years. We can get Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant is actually a year older than Machado, which is crazy to think about. And we do save a lot of money. And where does he want to play? He just wants to have good team performance, and he wants to have good individual performance and stay healthy. So that's an option. We'll keep going. Let's see who else. Mustakis. He's in 313 with 16 dingers. He's on 1 year remaining, and then we're going to have to lock him up. I kind of like that Chris Bryant because he is locked up. Joey Gallo. Maybe we could get Joey Gallo. He's even cheaper, and he's younger. I might do Joey Gallo. He's not as good of a hitter. I mean, he's not going to hit as much average, but he's already locked up. They already locked him up. He has $13 million for the next 5 years. Or roughly, it goes up. Same with Chris Bryant's would go up. This is year 1 of that contract. A lot cheaper. He's also younger. We might be able to get maybe a reliever out of this. Let's see, Keon Keela. He's actually pitching really well. We will have to throw in something else, but we can get him. So let's do that. We can get a reliever, and we get a good third baseman. We are going to throw in... We can throw in like an average prospect. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yaro Munoz. He's a 70. He's a C. Straight up. There we go. So we're going to get Joey Gallo. We're going to get some power. We're going to get a reliever. So now let's fix our lineup. We're going to put Gallo third. He is in 298. We're going to sub him in there every spot. How happy is he? Now, he's loving it here. He loves his contract. He loves his team role as a star. He doesn't really care about anything else, so that's good. Now we're going to look at our bullpen. We are going to probably... Joe Smith is kind of struggling. Strickland's really struggling. We're going to call down Womack. I believe we are one too many people yet. So we're going to call down that Womack wherever he is on this right here. He's 23. He's just, 33. He's had a lot of innings. We're going to call him down. He'll be used next year. But now let's keep going. We made our trade. We're going to sim that and see how we do. See how Gallo plays now in Oakland. And hope our pitching keeps it together. Because, we are going to have to trade Sales soon. Sonny Gray, or let him go, because he is getting down in overall, and he does make a lot of money. So right now we are 4 under. It looks like we're probably not going to make the plus. Let's take a look at seeing 7 out of the division, 7 out of the wild card. It's not looking good. At least with that trade for Gallo, we got a guy locked up long term who can hit for power, good defense, and he has good durability too, so he'll play every day. Braun, I think we have him. He's a free agent, but we can definitely just give him the offer sheet and we'll keep him. So let's just finish this season. Looks like we're not going to make the playoffs barring a miracle. And yeah, we're not going to get that miracle. So we're going to miss it this year, unfortunately. But we did at least shore up our offense a little more. And we're going to have some money to play with, I feel like. So let's send the playoffs. Let's see what happens. The Orioles defeat the Pirates in 2020 World Series. Congratulations to Baltimore. Our manager is retired, and we need a new first base coach and a farm director. That's real quick. Anyone on our team retired? Not really anyone of importance. Let's look at some players. Pat LeBon retired. Hope I'll make the Hall of Fame in this with 480 saves. Let's see other potential Hall of Famers. Verlander, he has over 2,700 strikeouts, 3.53 ERA, 223 wins. Probably the Hall of Fame. Cargo? No, not enough. Not enough of those stats. Ian Kennedy, no. Prince Fielder, possibly. 400 home runs. How many hits? 2,200 hits. Maybe. Anyone else? David Wright, maybe. 300 home runs, 2,200 hits as a third baseman. I'll say David Wright makes it. John Lester doesn't make it. Maybe. He had a good end of his career. That'll be close. Actually, some really good guys who retired this year. I think I'm not going to go through all the free agents. And David Wright, Pujols was a free agent who retired. So only Wright and Pujols made it. I'm surprised Pat Bond didn't. All right, so let's go to our contracts. So who do we got? Terry Meadows, the 23-year-old power guy, who actually looks very comparable to Joey Gallo. So he could really blow up in talent soon. We're going to lock him up. Let's give him a 2-year deal. Ryan Braun. Now, I might keep him. We have $74 million, but we do have a lot of money. No, we do have some players we got to lock up. We're going to give him that qualifying offer. Hopefully, he kind of just goes to another team. It eats up $17 million in salary, which kind of stinks, but now we got Conforto. I could lock him up for $7.5 million a year for 5 years. After last year, he hit .290 with 29 dingers. I think we should. What was his WAR last year? Probably like around 4? 5.2. Yeah, I think he's worth that. Let's do 4 years. That might be a little less because it'll be 32 then. Sonny Gray has a player option. I kind of hope he doesn't exercise it. Skaggs is a free agent. We do want to keep him. He had a kind of a down year for him. Let's get like a 2-year deal. That way we're not kind of tied to him. He is 29. Keela, we do want to bring him back. What is he asking for? Let's do a 1-year deal worth about $6 million. I think that's okay. If he's going to have an ERA sub 3, I think that's worth it. Hunter Strickland really struggled last year. We're going to give him an arbitration of about $2.1 million. Ralph Womack, that's that 24-year-old reliever who we're high on, just had a bad year. Just give him a 2-year deal. Evaldi is a free agent. Again, had a solid year. Let's give him like a 2-year, $10 million year. I'm going to bump that up a little bit. 5.4. I hope we can keep him. It's not bad for a back end of the rotation. Drew Ward, a good hitter. 78 overall, but we don't want to pay him a lot of money. We're going to bring that down a lot. Here we go. And we're going to give him kind of just depth. Diekman, we're going to probably let him get a 1-year. I'm probably going to let him go. I think we can find some. Billy Burns is a free agent. Now, he's just been one of our best players if you look at WAR because he plays great defense. Really solid. Yeah, look at that. WAR is always consistent. If we can get him cheap, like a 2-year, yeah, I'll do that for 2 years for him. Leadoff hitter. Spencer Taguchi, 23-year-old closer. We'll definitely just give him that 1-year deal. Stephen Vogt, we're going to let Stephen Vogt walk. Bigley, we're going to let him walk. We're going to need to get a backup catcher. That young catcher will be our starter this year. Matula, definitely want to give him a new contract. We don't want to pay him a lot, though. He is just a young guy who will probably be in AAA. So let's bring that down. We really don't care if he's happy or not. We're going to let this guy walk. Actually, we'll sign him. I think we needed to sign him. Joe Smith, we're going to let Joe Smith walk. He's 37. Now we can just fly through all of these. So we're going to need I think we're going to need another pitcher. We're going to let Baez walk. He's only 73. We can probably find someone else. We're going to definitely need to get we're going to need a backup catcher. Maybe, I kind of just want to get a defensive guy, too, just in case our other guy's not... an offensive guy, because our catcher, here he is, 72 overall. He is not a hitter. He's a defensive catcher, but his stats should go up once he starts playing in the majors. He's 25, so I think he'll be ready. We're going to keep this guy, I guess. Again, we don't want to pay him a lot of money. We need to keep, keep our money saved because we need to get another free agent. And it kind of depends if Sonny Gray signs or not. I really don't want him to come back to us unless it's a realistic offer. I think, let's real quick take a look at what that player option's like. How much does he get? It doesn't say. Can it say here? 13.1 million. High 3 ERA. I don't care his win-loss was 6 and 18. That's just bad offense, but he's only an 84. He's really going down in overall. I just don't think it's worth it to keep paying him all that money. All right, let's go through these and just sign these guys up. I hate it when they have to move all this down, just waste time. It's just really frustrating. All right, so there we go. Boom, boom. Again, I'm not paying you $1 million to be a AAA reliever when I can, or a starter when I can pay you a tenth of that. I think that's it for all those guys who have the contract renewables, which are just annoying. All right, so now we're gonna fly through this. I'm curious who's gonna be a free agent. And there's one of our best prospects, Chet Oaks, 23-year-old second baseman. Great contact tool. Look at that. Can really hit for contact. Might be heading in the majors in a year or two, just for hitting. We got Brady Aiken. Okay, well, we're gonna have to bring that down. Forgot we had Brady Aiken in our minors. Let's keep flying through these. We're almost done with all this, and then we'll look to see what we can get out in the free agent market. Like I said, it depends. If Sonny Gray declines it, unless he wants like less than like $7 million, we'll probably let him walk, and we'll just find another starter. And I hope Braun does not accept his contract with us, because one, it's $17 million. Two, if we sign to someone else, we get a pick between the first and second round, which is not bad for having Ryan Braun on our team for 1 year. So let's sim up to, okay, so Evaldi signed, Larry Hernandez signed, Skaggs signed. So we got Skaggs. Keela for $6 million. Conforto signed that $30 million for 4 years. So that's nice. We got him locked up. Billy Burns, that 2-year deal. Any other big names? Sonny Gray exercises option. We're gonna stop simulating. I'm gonna see what we can get. $13 million. We can get a lot for him. People still want him. I just don't think he's worth it. We're playing Skaggs 7. He's the same overall. Playing Finnegan 3.4. And he's 1 overall worse. We can definitely get something, a starter in return that can maybe. I might even just get someone. I don't know who to go after. Kind of nice if we had Urias now, but we do like Gallo. I don't want to pay a lot of money for a guy. Let's see what's out there. Jesse Hahn, maybe? 3.89, $8 million a year, though. We don't want to pay that much. Julio Teheran has 1 year left, $10 million. We can basically do that. We can add in a guy. He's been sub 3, ERA the last 3 of the last 4, actually. He's a free agent after next year. I think we can do that, and then worst case, if we let him walk, we'll get a draft pick for him. So we're going to just throw in another body. We can easily do that. We have Beau Taylor. He's our backup catcher. That works, I guess. Okay, we can give him Bruce Maxwell, who's 30 years old. There you go. So we got Teheran. I like that trade a lot, actually. Let's see our starting rotation now. We got Sale, Teheran, Skaggs, Finnegan, and Evaldi. And we got a couple guys who are a couple years away, maybe. We don't have like a potential pitching prospect, though. But here's what we're going to need. So Vogt's a free agent. We're going to have him at catcher, Bird at first. Well, he's a pretty good hitter. Villarreal at second, Gallo at third, Billings at short. We don't know if we have Braun. We have Conforto in left, Burns in center, Meadows. So basically, if Braun we need a DH. It's either going to be Braun or we'll go sign one, maybe get another starter or a bullpen arm as a free agent. All right, here we go. Free agency. We don't want to give up our first round pick, really, unless there's a superstar who's young. And I don't think any of these guys are, because they're all over 30. We could get Greinke. We don't have to give up anything for him. Question is, he wants $12 million, but he doesn't really want to come to us. We're going to have to pay him a lot. We want $15 million, almost $16 to come to Oakland. We could get Matt Wieters for a year. Oh, he struggled big time. I really don't want him. Maybe go take a flyer on like a Wheeler or a Bauer for a year. That's what they got for relievers. Ken Giles, how do you put 5.88? Really don't want that. Oh man, these guys struggled. There's Diekman again. Closers, Brad Boxberger, possibly 4.5. Now we could get someone like, let's see, Connor, who's a former Oakland guy. He was on Cleveland, hit 19 bombs. Actually, not too bad. We'll see if We might just keep Braun. Let's see if anyone signs. I'd rather have him sign because we can go out and get another bat. He has not signed. Now we're at the part where we have to make sure we have everyone who we want to keep that won't go in the Rule 5 draft on our roster. We're going to go through this real quick to get some of our prospects. Make sure. All right, this guy's eligible for it. We want to add you to the 40-man. Billy Bump, add you. Oh, you don't need to be added, so I'm not going to waste it. 27, he's 70 overall. I think these guys are fine. Relievers, I know you're on it. You're 28, so that's fine. You're not on it. He needs to be on it, and we're going to move him up to the majors. We're going to have you go up to the majors as well. First base, you're 18. I know you're not on it. What about these guys? No. Okay, that's good. They're already in the majors, so they're not on it. Already in the majors. Nope. You are, but you're only 20. I mean, you're 25 and 65 overall. I'll take my chances. Okay, we're good. Now let's see what happens. He's accepted his qualifying offer. I think we'll just keep him for that amount. I mean, last year he did hit pretty well, 273 with 27 dingers. That's not too bad. He is getting overpaid, but I think we'll be fine with him. We really don't need to use that money anywhere else. We do need to hire some coaches. We need a manager, first base coach, and a farm director. So let's get some good ones. So here's a manager, farm director. We want A's, and a first base coach. Well, let's sim now. Matt Whiteweeder signed with the Giants. We got Jose Barros got traded from the Twins for Trevor Bauer and Clint Frazier. Okay, that's an interesting trade. Keep her going. We are now... Oh, Kevin Gausman got traded for Vernon Reyes. I don't know who Reyes is. I know who Gausman is. All right, Rule 5 draft. Is this one of our guys? No. So we're going to have the 11th pick in next year's amateur draft. A potential... he's not that high. Ooh, Michael Kopech, Red Sox prospect. I kind of want to take him and put him as a long reliever. I might actually do that in the Rule 5 draft. We have to keep him on our Major League roster. That's a rule with a Rule 5 draft. If they have to be on your Major League roster for the whole year, we could put him as like a long reliever. He's 24 and he's a B potential 77 overall. We're going to take him. And you know what? He's just going to be, he'll be our long reliever. And then next year we can put him back in the minors, or he can be like our 5th starter or something like that. Very interesting. Let's, all right, that's done. We can now finish the offseason. We got all our coaches. Miguel Sano got traded from the Angels to the Mariners for Nick Castellanos and Avisail Garcia. In interdivision trade. Joey Votto got traded from the Reds finally for not much. Jeez, if he was available, I would have gone after him. Look at that. I mean, his contract's really high, but 44 dingers, 295. Jeez. We should have gone after him. Okay, so Henry Strickland got 3.8 in his arbitration case. I think everything's all set. We have $13 million still in money, and that's including like the 17 we wasted on. What's his face? Not wasted, but we spent on Ryan Braun. So here's our lineup. We don't want Meadows batting second. He's more of a power guy. We definitely want. I'll have Gallo at third. We want Billings maybe. Conforto, actually. We want Conforto batting second. We don't want Drew Ward as a DH. Even though he could definitely be it, but we want Braun there. We're going to move Braun up. We want Billings down. I know Billings wants to be a... Oh, man, he is not happy. He would be a 94. He wants to be a star. I might have to move him up in the lineup. We're going to move him up in the lineup just to make him happy. Because Braun doesn't really care. He just wants to be an everyday guy. Villarreal, we want him actually batting second over... Our lineup's actually kind of deep, and we're going to have DLB our catcher. That's actually a solid lineup. We've built a pretty good lineup. I mean, Billings isn't... I mean, he's starting to turn into a hitter, but you can look at that fielding. 99 fielding. He's 23. All right, so let's fix this lineup. And we'll go... In this video, we'll at least go through the draft. Maybe even do another trade deadline. We'll see how we go. We want... Again, we want... Where is Deal? There he is. And I think that's good. I mean, we don't have to worry about that lineup that often. We want Braun at DH. We want Conforto in the field. We want Deal catching. There we go. Now Billings is happy because he's playing as his status as a star. He's now at 94 again, so that's good. I'm going to move Braun up there. There we go. We're going to Gallo up to third. Now let's finish this. And we should be all good to go. I just want to make sure all that's taken care of. We're going to move up Villarreal. We're going to move Conforto. And Billings there. So now his status as a... Why is it not star? I guess 5 isn't star. Anyway, here's our starting rotation. Sale, Tehran. Why is Tehran so unhappy? I thought he was higher overall. I don't know. Oh, whatever. Finnegan, Skaggs, Evoldi. There's Kopech as our long man. I don't want this 71 in our bullpen. Where was he? Where is he? Right here. We're going to call you down to AAA. We do want another arm. We're going to call it Taguchi. Add to the 40-man. Move to the MLB. So there's our bullpen. Not a bad bullpen, actually. This actually could be a good team. How's our scouts looking like? We could upgrade Central. Other than that, everything looks good. We're going to have a high pick. We're going to make sure they're all scouting their right position. So let's go. This guy's going to be Wes. He's going to be our guy looking at pitchers. We want him to look up velocity. Let's get some gunners. Guys with gas. Central, we're going to have him look at outfield. International, we're going to have him look at infield. And East, we're going to have him look at probably outfield again. Yeah, outfield. Because we have our catcher. Alright, so now let's get into this sim. Actually, I want to make sure everything's all set. Actually, real quick, I want to just check something where our roster came from. Where are some of these, if any of these picks? Because you can tell a lot of this is done through trades. Our team is built mostly through trades. We've only had one guy come up. Not one. We've had a couple. Billings and Meadows are two guys that we have drafted who have made the majors. Richie Martin was not one of our picks because that was in 2015. But our minor leagues is just all our draft, like AAA, AA. A lot of it's just through the draft that we've had. So they're just not ready to make a difference yet. So hopefully we can make the playoffs this year. It's kind of our goal. We made it 2 years ago now. The Braves are interested in a trade. What do you got, Atlanta? Bobby Wall, a reliever who is basically a no one for Caleb Adams. There's no reason to do that trade. We're starting off the year hot. We're 12, 13, and 4. I'll take that as we then go on to lose 5 in a row. But you know what? We're looking to be a little better. We should be more explosive offensively. Our young guys are really starting to hit. I'm just worried we're going to have to start paying them soon. This is why I'm kind of keeping money. But we don't have a terrible contract other than like Ryan Braun, who's like a year left. The Rockies are interested in a trade. Chet Oaks, a second baseman. One of our best prospects who's still in the minors for Rory Croy. You know, we really don't need a shortstop. We're not going to do that. A good hitter, but we really just don't need that. I mean, he's a good contact guy. We got Billings, who's hitting 318. Okay, he's starting to turn into a star because of his defense. If he hits anything, he's going to be a star. So we're at the draft. All right, we have the 11th pick. We don't have any compensatory round picks because the only guy we could have gotten it was Braun, who decided to come back to us. Ooh, right here, third baseman. He's 22. He'll be ready in a year. Contact really good. Fielding's above average. That's a very solid option there. What else do we have? A center fielder here, 75. And we could go after maybe like this starting pitcher. We don't have an amazing pitcher. Or I don't want to get a reliever in the first. We're actually going to take Howie Hawthorne. We're going to get third baseman. We have Gallo. We can move Gallo to DH or something by the time this guy is ready. He seems to be like a sure thing for an A potential. Let's take him. He has potential for great power or a solid power versus right. Really good against left. Really good contact tool. Solid fielding. Good vision. Good discipline. Not much speed at 60. What's above average? But we're going to take Hawthorne. Hopefully he's a stud. We'll find out in a few minutes. Hopefully, though, we need to hit a few home runs in this draft. All right, so we got the pitcher and the reliever. We're going to take this pitcher now. Like I said, we need to get the guy, and he throws a fastball, changeup, sinker, slider, curve. Okay. From Massachusetts. He's already 22. So he may be, I'm not sure how close he is to the majors. Hopefully like a year or two. That'd be nice. Now, let's see what we got here. That reliever is gone. But we can, is that the same reliever? Different? Maybe, he's ways away from being away. We might take this guy, another pitcher. Like, we don't have like a stud pitching prospect. We have some solid pitching prospects. Maybe this guy could be a stud. He's from Michigan. 75 potential, but he's not fully scouted. We're going to take him. I know normally you don't want to draft on need, but If all else is equal, we'll do it. Now, I might take a chance on maybe Gonzalez. He is already 23. That's the thing. Or we can get... I might take this catcher, and he's a project, but I'm going to take the catcher. He's going to be a project, but if you have catching prospects, teams like that in this game. I've noticed that. So, if he's an A potential, and he's like 50 overall, and he's a few years away, teams will still like that, though. We're going to take a reliever who can maybe help us soon. Like this guy right here. He's from California. He's 19. I'm going to take this reliever. I'm not sure how great he is, but, if he turns out to be anything decent, and he's in California, so if he cares about where he's playing, he'll like it, because obviously Oakland's in California. We'll take this guy just because, he's potentially has an 80 potential. There's a lot of potential in that, but the next is like a 70, and we have no one scouted. Might as well just shoot for the moon. If he turns out to be a good prospect, then we kind of got lucky. If not, it's a 6th-round pick. What are you going to do? I guess we'll take this first baseman just because we scouted him. I'll throw my scouting guys a bone. That is our last pick of the draft. Sim a week, and then we'll check how they're doing. And now we are killing it this year, man. 38-21, probably leading the division by 5.5 games. All right, so you know what? I'm looking at this real quick. Hathorn's an A potential. And look at that bat. Like, that's a good bat. Not much fielding. He's probably going to be a good DH. He's in 67 right now. I'll gladly take that. This was a good draft. We actually did a hell of a job. Jeff Hinston, a pitcher, B potential, 63 overall. Franco, B potential, 65 overall. He's only 19, so actually that's a really good pick. This catcher, high B potential. Again, he's a project. He's 19. As you can see, he has literally no durability. It's 0. But you are signed. That closer was our borderline our worst pick. He's a C potential, but yeah, it is what it is. That outfielder, remember I was just saying a few minutes ago, could be a good pick. 88 potential. Like I said, he's 45 overall, but you know what? Maybe in a few years he just starts to develop, and that last pick is a D. It is what it is. It's a 7th-round pick, but 6th-round pick was pretty solid. So let's go up to at least the trade deadline. We will see where we're at and see what we need to add, and we'll look at some players' stats at that time too, as we're nearing halfway through the season. We're struggling a little bit here. We're 20 games over 500. The Rangers are interested in a trade. What do you want? The Rangers bets. It's a B potential catcher. Not bad. Like I said, they want those. And Campillo, who's actually okay. He can hit. That's it. For Andy Ibanez. What are you, Andy? He's 28 and he's 74. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Texas. Thank you though. Thanks, but no thanks. The Mets now. Matt Chatham actually is. He's a good prospect. He's older, but he's actually been in our team for a few years. Never really hit. For 3 prospects, or maybe prospects, we got Addison Reed. Okay, he's not a prospect. He's probably just kind of crappy now. Yeah. 7.71 ERA. Danny Munoz, probably not much there. And he's 82 overall, but we really don't need him. And then Jace Boyd, left fielder. Nah. That's just us eating salary. I don't want to do that. I'm good. New York. Thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. All right, let's go through this. We're going to go up to the trade line. Let's see what the Red Sox. Chris Sale for Bogarts and Edwin. Oh, my goodness. Chris Sale is dominating this year. By the way, Billings is now 97. That was a good pick. I'm just saying it. And Bogarts, though, how good is Bogarts? Only 88. I'm good. Thank you. I do love Bogarts in real life, but I'm going to pass on this. All right, the Mariners, damn, they want to do trades with us. Conforto for Zunino. I really don't want Zunino. And 194, unless Tyler O'Neill's like a stud. No, he's not. We're not going to trade Conforto for that. We locked Conforto up for, I think, a pretty fair contract for us. The Yankees want an offer now. Conforto for Yimi Garcia, who's not much of a reliever, and a catching, not even kind of a prospect. We're good. How's Conforto's in 302? Yeah, that 14 dingers, and he's locked up for what? Basically $7.5 million a year, $7 million a year for the next 4 years on average. Yeah, that's a good deal for us to get Conforto, and he's really hitting pretty well. Almost at the trade deadline, if teams will stop giving us these crap offers. The Pirates now. What do you want? Chris Sale for Daniel Espinosa and Cherry. Ooh, whoa. Can't hit, but he's a great fielder. But Espinosa, I don't think is going to be... Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. But that's what they value catchers so much in this game. So we're 7 up in the division, and the Mariners are a game and a half out of the wild card. So we're pretty comfortable. I do want to make a move, though. Let's see. So Sale, Tehran is not pitching amazing. We can actually, everyone's at Skaggs is pitching well. He's struggling recently. Same with Finnegan's. ERA is at 4. Do we need another bullpen arm? Keela hasn't pitched that well. Taguchi's pitched well as a rookie. Kopech, it's only 13 the third innings, but 2.7 ERA. That's pretty good as a Rule 5 pick. Burns, again, is hitting well. His overall's not that high, but he just produces. He's hitting 291, and then with his defense, his WAR is probably 2 right now. Yeah, 1.92. Villarreal's hitting 293, hitting really well. Gallo's hitting 287 with 26 dingers. Better already than what Machado ever did for us. Greg Bird, clean up, 286 with 24 bombs. Billings hitting 311 with 8. I want about him second, but they don't count second as a star position. So he hates his contract. He hates it. He wants to get $15 million. Oh god, we're gonna have to pay that to him too. Braun is hitting 306 with 17 home runs. Wow, Conforto 291, Meadows 255. But he's a power guy. He has 13 home runs, and our catcher is hitting 206. Kind of what I expected, but because of his defense, his WAR might be halfway decent. Maybe, I was going to say above 1. That's not bad. We're paying nothing for this catcher. Literally $90,000. Nothing. On our bench, anyone hitting really well? Not really. I think Drew Ward can play I thought we had a guy who can play first as well on our bench. Maybe not. I guess we don't really have a backup first baseman. That's kind of, Bo Taylor. Nope, we can't. That's kind of a mistake on our end. Let's look at some of our prospects real quick. Lincoln Beard's one of them. In AAA, he's in 281 with 15 home runs. Barreto's a prospect. He's hitting 299 with 4. Morales, I don't think is a prospect. No, he's not. Salinas is not. Wendell, I think, is not. Chet Oaks is. He's in 261 with 6 home runs. Betts is. He's a B potential. He's hitting pretty well for a catcher with 15 home runs. Pitching, anyone worthy of a call-up? I don't have a catch-up. There's Brady Aiken. Why is Brady Aiken not? I missed that. Bauer, even though you're pitching well, you're a C potential. You're not really someone we're worried about in the future. Yeah, Brady Aiken's a top 50 prospect. All right, so where to upgrade? We don't have a huge hole in our team. Obviously, catcher would be nice to upgrade for this year, but I think just because we want him to play, we want him to get better. I really don't see a spot we need to upgrade. Unless we just go get a bona fide star pitcher, which I might look to see if there is one available real quick. I wouldn't mind if there's a guy who's just a rental. I might even do that. Just go get that star who's a rental. We have the prospects to go get a guy. We don't have to give up a lot, I'm assuming, if it's a rental. We're going to look. Let's real quick look to see what we got as a guy who has a year left. Ooh, Mejia looks pretty good. Kershaw's 5 years left. Oh man, Urias is pitching really well, but I'd rather have Gallo. Actually, real quick, let's see how our boy Machado's playing. 234. Last year he hit 240 altogether. Man, he's falling apart. Good thing we traded him. So can we find anyone to final year? Max Scherzer, how's he pitching? 261. $33 million. We don't have the funds to get that. Final year for Strasburg, and they want the moon for him. Final year for Syndergaard. He's only an 86. Could we get him? What do they want? They want a third baseman. Do we have any good? We have. Ooh, they do like Chapman a lot. I can do Gallo. They want that. Let's work a deal around Chapman. We'll include. Anyone a free agent? Just Finnegan. Oh, if I put Kopech in there. They do like him a lot. Let's include him. And now we just need to get another player. They don't even want Betts. Shoot, that was kind of my go-to guy to get. Crap, it's gonna be tough to get him. Ooh, they want this guy who's 31. Let's do that then. So we're gonna get Thor. Add him to the rotation. We're going to probably put Finnegan as our long man. He's not going to like it, but he's going to want a lot of money next year too. Same with Thor, but I think Thor's a better pitcher. And actually, we are going to only take on $5 million basically. So let's do that. We're going to move, again, Finnegan to the long man. That kind of stinks for him, but we can definitely move that around. But that's our new rotation. Sale, who's actually getting up there. He's 32. Crap. Sale, Tehran, Thor, who's 28. Skaggs, and Evoldi. And I think that's going to end the video, guys. We got... Oh, you know what? Before we end it, real quick, we're going to need to get a new guy on our team. I'm going to call it this guy. Even though he's only a 68, this guy's 69. I want him to get playing. We need another bat on our bench. We need a first baseman. That's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button like you guys always do. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.